Now, whether it's through Bugs Bunny, maybe The Godfather, or really just about any epic fight scene, the chances are you know more classic opera than you think. And Vancouver Opera is making a show of that with its first annual Opera in the Park. This is a day-long event for the entire family. And with us today is Tina Chang. Tina is the chorus director for Opera in the Park. Tina, hello there and welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So what's the whole concept behind this day of Opera in the Park?
Well, the whole concept is really to introduce opera and to everybody, and that we know opera more than we think we do. They appear a lot in films, in TV shows, and even commercials that play endlessly all day, every day. So we have those tunes in our ears.
I see. So what has to happen in the lead up for a major performance like this?
There's a lot of rehearsal.
Yeah.
First of all, the singers and the orchestra, they are told, they get told what is going to happen on the program. And usually the music director, which in this case is Jonathan Darlington, our music director emeritus, makes up the program, curates the program, I should say, and that information is then relayed to everybody, who then starts preparing their respective parts for this particular show.
So, I mean, I mentioned Bugs Bunny and The Godfather. What are some of the songs or, scores that we might recognize?
Well, this is the Hallelujah chorus from Handel's Messiah. It's not technically opera, but it's used so much, and it's sung with classical singers that people, we can group it as kind of like opera. The Hallelujah, like Hallelujah. I'm sure you recognize that.
For sure.
Nessun Dorma, an aria that's made famous by the great tenor Luciano Pavarotti. A lot of people, I think it's a World Cup anthem, or
Give us a little bit of Nessun Dorma.
Well, at the very end, Nessun Dorma has nothing to do with World Cup, but at the very, very end, the character says that he will win the love of Turandot, and he says, Vincero, vincero, vincero. And I guess this is the anthem for the World Cup, because somebody will always win, right?
I love it. And I love the way we can think about opera being in our midst without really realizing it. Do you think otherwise people might think it's sort of otherworldly, or that's not for me?
I think so. I think it's a little bit like Shakespeare. We have a lot of expressions and isms that we use in our everyday language that come from Shakespeare that we don't even realize it is. And I think the same goes for opera. There are a lot of tunes that we know we've heard. We don't necessarily know that it's from opera, but hopefully this concert will showcase a little bit of that.
Sure. And where did your love of opera begin?
Well, I kind of fell into it accidentally. I was a student that had just finished my graduate studies in Minnesota, way back. I won't say when. And I had, at the time of my graduation, sent out resumes everywhere to every organization I could find. Fast forward didn't hear anything back. Fast forward 2 years, one of these companies reached out, and they were looking for a pianist in the San Diego Opera Company. So that's kind of how I fell into opera accidentally.
Oh, lovely. And what do you love about it today?
I love that it's everything. I love that it's storytelling. I love that it's an expression of emotions, whether on the grand scale or on the intimate scale. I love that it's a marriage between voices and orchestra. I love there's a lot of historical and social context that we can really dig into for any of these stories. And also just on the realistic level of collaborations between artists and all the artisans that work behind the scenes to make a production happen.
Well, I'm excited to hear about this being an outdoor production as well. Do you have to change anything in light of that? Well,
opera is traditionally done without amplification. So if you go to the theaters, everything is what you hear is what you see is what you hear. But because we're outside, we don't have the luxury of an enclosed space to bounce the sound off. So the only thing that's going to be slightly different is that we will be amplifying the chorus and the singers, a little bit of the orchestra as well. But otherwise, nothing changes. The music is the music, and the story is a story.
Were you surprised when you started going into the program that opera was so omnipresent in popular culture?
I was, and I actually saw how many movies some of these excerpts show up in, and I think, oh my God, I have to increase my list of movies that I have to catch up on just to see how it all fits together.
Yeah, and this is really an all ages event as well. How does that feel as a performer or someone who is organizing such an event? That this isn't just this is not an elite concert. This is for everyone, all ages.
Yes, I think so. The event actually starts at 1 o'clock on the Sunday the 17th. So the music isn't starting until 7:30, but there will be a full day events for families and that are music related and that are children friendly as well. So hopefully we can make that link that opera is not so foreign. Yeah.
I love it. Tina, do you want to leave us with a little more of Nessun Dorma?
Oh, I don't know. Come hear the concert. You'll hear the actual tenor sing. It's written for a high male voice. I cannot do that work justice.
Okay, well, you've been a great sport this afternoon with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.